Good morning everyone. Welcome again. Today we will discuss types of long-term memory. As you all know, we have already discussed the meaning of long-term memory. Here is again types of long-term memory. Long-term memory divided into two parts, declarative knowledge and procedural knowledge. And then declarative knowledge also distributed into two parts, semantic and episodic, and procedural memory in implicit memory. So let's start with long term. Its ability to store more information for long period of time, like phone numbers, names, addresses from when we were kids. Long term memory can store much larger quantities of information for potentially unlimited duration. Sometimes our whole lifespan, its capacity is immeasurable large. So long-term memory is often divided into two parts. First is explicit, second one is implicit, declarative and procedural. Sometimes it's also called procedural memory is also called non-declarative memory. So all information pertaining to fact, names, dates such as rickshaw has the three wheels, that India have become independent on August 15, 1947, or a frog is an amphibian, or you and your friend share the same name are part of declarative memory. Declarative memory for facts and procedural memory for skills and procedure. Procedural memory, on the other hand, refers to the memory relating to the procedures for accomplishing various tasks. Skills such as how to ride a bicycle, how to make tea, play basketball. Facts retain to the declarative memory and are amenable to verbal description, while contents of procedure memory cannot be described easily. For example, when asked, you can describe how the game of cricket is played, but if someone asks you how do you ride a bicycle, you may find it difficult to narrate. So in detail is here. Implicit memory is memory that can be unconsciously recalled. This is also known as procedural memory. It is a memory of skills, how to do things, particularly movement of body parts and use of objects and machine. This is a memory acquired through repetition and practice and is composed to automatic sensory motor behaviors that are so deeply embedded that we are no longer aware of them. An example, when you teach a child to write over and over again, eventually it becomes embedded in him until he is able to do it simply without thinking so much about it. Other examples including riding a bike, tying a shoelace, playing the guitar, etc. These all are skill. And explicit declarative memory is the type of long-term memory. It is also known explicit memory. It is in this memory where we store memories of fact. Your ability to recall addresses, locations of parking, garbages, and intersection names, phone numbers, and an experience that you had at a restaurant are all a part of declarative memory. Here is again example of one more example of explicit. Let's say that you know that your favorite restaurant is only open until 6 p.m. on Sunday. The time that the restaurant closes is stored as declarative memory. When we consciously recall declarative memory. Now come to the episodic memory and semantic memory. First one is episodic. Episodic memory is represents our memory of experiences and specific events in time, from which we can reconstruct the actual events that took place at any given point in our lives. Episodic memory is what enables one to give an account of an event which happened and will tend to be different from someone else's. Examples are here: first day at a new job, first movie you watched with your five, the first time you travel by plane, your wedding day, your first kiss. All these are examples of episodic memory. Now come to the semantic memory. Semantic memory includes things that are common knowledge, such as names of colors, sounds of letters, capitals of countries, basic facts required over a lifetime. Semantic memory is the recollection of facts gathered from the time when we are young. Here are some examples: knowing that grass is green, knowing how to use scissors, understanding how to put words together to form a sentence, knowing how to use a phone, and recognizing the names of colors. All these are examples of semantic memory. So these are some types of long-term memory that we have discussed today. Next time we will move further. Thank you.